All right, all right, all right. Let's fix this camera right here. Get it right, right on that motherfucker right there. Gotta get it right perfectly. Yep, perfect. All right, yep. Let's get right into it. Unc, I see you with the fucking gifted subs already. Appreciate Unc with the subs. One of the fucking goats of the channel right here. He is one of the big goats. But as you can see today, we have a lot to talk about. Nothing really happened. Nothing really happened besides the ceasefire that was fake. The fake ceasefire that we have going on is the only thing that's really happened so far. And during the fake ceasefire, Israel has been destroying Lebanon. So we haven't had Trump didn't really go through with his I'm going because I'm gonna do his big old plot that he was alluding to. They only got I gave him 10. I said 7 days, but I gave him 10. So he's like, this is day 11. I gave him an extra day. So then it was the cease. Then now we have a fake ceasefire because we're still bombing them and they're still bombing us. So it's like a fake ceasefire, and Israel is still bombing the shit out of Lebanon. So yeah, we got a full plate today. We got Propaganda and Co. Finally, he's alive. He's fucking alive, guys. I didn't know how long he was gonna take to post a video in Iran again, but he posted this 20 hours ago. We're gonna watch his video because he's actually there, and he's another one of the YouTubers that I actually trust that is gonna report the truth and not just some bullshit. So we're gonna watch him in Iran, and then we're gonna watch Myron talk about why we lost the why Trump risked everything for the colonel. Israel to chill. I'm trying to tell you, when I mean they're bombing the shit out of Lebanon, they're bombing the shit out of Lebanon and Beirut, I think. It's going crazy. But yeah, let's get right into this shit. I hate wasting time. Let's go.
The bitch shaking it, showing it. You this, you that. We laughing at them together. Oh! So stop treating these mother like they mean something.
Let's go on TikTok. All right, bet. Let's get right into this shit. On God, definitely gonna have to tell Israel to chill the fuck out. I'm not gonna cap to you, brother. That shit is crazy.
So I'm taking you to Tehran, the heart of the war where daily bombings target political leaders, government officials, and civilian infrastructure. During our stay, we visited the sites of multiple attacks, including this sports complex where I recorded a selfie video that ended up going viral. We also saw damaged hospitals, cultural heritage sites, and even the headquarters of the Red Crescent. And of course, we attended another war rally. In episode 1, I spent the first few minutes educating you about the Azerbaijani region, about the city of Tabriz, the Painted Mountains, and the demographics of this area. And I did that intentionally because if you are going to understand this war, you need to understand Iran as a country. Iran is massive, it's diverse, and because of its isolation, almost North Korea-like, there is an enormous amount of confusion and misunderstanding surrounding it. Judging by your comments, a lot of you appreciated this context. So in every episode of this journey, I'm going to take the time to teach you about these cities I visit so you can actually understand what you're looking at. However, if you want to skip those sections, I've added chapters in the video so you can jump ahead. After wrapping up our work in Tabriz, the team and I took a late night bus to Tehran. By car, the trip would have been about 6 or 7 hours, but on a bus, moving slower and stopping at rest areas, it stretched into a 10-hour journey. Our driver was Azeri, and he was very proud of it. He loved the fact that he was driving foreigners, especially from the West, so he made it a point to stop at a rest area known for a traditional Azeri dish. It was a very simple meal: eggs and potatoes mashed together with vegetables wrapped in a light bread. Nothing fancy, but it was good. Potatoes and eggs mixed.
Sound like a scramble bowl from Chick-fil-A. Like, we all just be eating the same shit. We just call it different shit. Eggs and potatoes. I've had that before. On a tortilla. Come on, that sounds like a breakfast burrito. Come on. Come on.
سفارش در سفارش.
You, just you, building your app on Base 44.
Now, I'm a simple eater back home in the US, but when I
No, hold up. I want to watch this because it helps bring like all the jackasses who think like Iran just is getting trampled and the people want change so bad. Like it would show them that these people really are like normal people. But like we're gonna skip to a war rally.
that evening we attended one of the many rallies taking place across the city. Instead of organizing one central massive rally that blocks traffic and is difficult to get to, dozens of smaller ones are set up all over the city to make it easier for people to attend. So every night, men, women, and children gather at one of these many rallies. There are speeches, poetry, war songs, and free tea, snacks, and desserts. Some people walk, others drive around honking their horns in their cars. You'll also notice imagery across the city promoting the new supreme leader. In this image here, you see the first, the second, and now the third supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei. I conducted street interviews with some of the participants of this rally. This young woman here doesn't speak perfect English, but she speaks 5 different languages, including Farsi, Turkish, English, Kurdish, and even Italian. And this woman here is a mother of 2. She came with her husband to show support for the country. These are the women that Trump and Netanyahu supposedly want to liberate with their bombings.
Hey, I'm Erka from Tehran. I'm 70. No, I'm not 70. I'm 20.
What message do you have for Donald Trump?
I think this was the last gamble we done in his life, his political life, because he didn't know the Iranian, he didn't know Shia people, and he went through a war just to cover his empire. And I believe it's the last of his political life.
America, look at us. Look how much are we? These are different. These people are not like you. We believe something. We believe to Allah. We came from Allah. We return to Him, and we don't afraid from you, your country, your stupid Bibi, Netanyahu. No, we don't afraid, and we will stand here by our leader, Sayyid Mojtaba Khamenei.
All the people of Iran support Iran.
I mean, I don't know what to, and that's what I'll be trying to tell people. Like, we guys, just because we don't like what's going on where somewhere is, doesn't mean we can just jump in and fucking destroy, blow their whole infrastructure up and kill their leaders and shit like that. It doesn't make any sense.
Because even the people who are against the government they may have some problems. But when they see their country is getting bombed, they should be idiots to support the bomber. And definitely, every single person in Iran is right now supporting Alvin.
There are many Americans who are against Trump and against Netanyahu. What do you have to say to them?
We have to be together. Right now is the war from truth and false. We have to choose which side we want to be in. We have to be be together, and think together to how can we destroy America, and be easy. Iran, think about it, because Iran is leader of this war, and we will together, and we will be victorious. I'm an Iranian woman, and I'm a mother. I come here with my child, my daughter, to say Israel never lose us, and Israel never catch Iran. I'm a powerful country in this world. I never allow to the foreign country to catch us. Okay.
Thank you very much.
The next day, we passed a
I didn't understand that, but we'll probably hear it in when I do the clips. We'll be able to figure it out in the clips.
Street memorial where a woman was killed by shrapnel during one of the many rallies
So
taking
I
place
see what the follow, brother.
in the country. She was there with her husband when a nearby building was bombed. The crowd defiantly turned toward the explosion and began chanting, "God is great." During this, her husband noticed something terrible. The back of his wife's head had been blown out by shrapnel, so she lay there in the street bleeding to death in his arms. This photo captures the moment her blood-stained flag was carried by supporters who continued the demonstration against the US and Israeli war of aggression. We continue driving through Tehran to our next destination, which I want to
Yeah, they did make human chains on the bridges. I mean, that was smart. That was smart to do that, to make the chains, and then to it was smart to make the chains and then to what's it called? Not bomb, because if you bomb the civilians that made the chain on the bridge, you're fucking stupid. You are legit a dumbass. Oh God, here we go. Of course, this shit wants to act up. Hold up, y'all. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. But yeah, it was smart to make the chain, and it was smart not to bomb, because you would have been looking crazy if you did it either.
show you because we need to break the image that you've been given by Western media. In movies and TV, cities like this are always portrayed as dry, brown, underdeveloped hubs of extremism. That is not the reality, however. Iran is a developed country with beautiful cities. Tehran, especially, is a massive, modern metropolis with its own unique character. From almost anywhere in the city, you can see high-rises set against mountains. Tehran is just as beautiful as Istanbul, Paris, or any other European city. We finally arrived at Gandhi Hospital, one of the most important hospitals in the country. It was damaged when a US strike hit a media facility directly next to it. This hospital is one of few in Iran that provides IVF treatment. After the bombing, patients, including the little embryos from the IVF treatment, had to be evacuated to other hospitals, which of course puts pressure on an already strained medical system, as hospital after hospital is forced to serve patients from a broader area. We interviewed the president of this hospital, who told us it would be at least 6 months before they could reopen their facilities due to the sanctions preventing them from adequately replacing certain medical equipment.
The night of the incident, because we are near the one of the main television station in the Tehran, it's a channel 2 IRIB channel. That place been hit, and the wave of the incident, and also the debris and all of the area around it been damaged. And our hospital was one of the main places that got damaged because of the wave and also the debris of that building that came to our hospital.
So right now the hospital is completely closed?
Yes, it's been closed from that day. We had on the night of the attack, we have around 20 critical patients, 40 total patients. We hope, good thing that we can evacuate all of them with the help of the emergency personnel and also the ambulances of the government ambulance and also private ambulance.
Just one serious injury.
We had one of our persons had injuries that went under the surgery in another hospital, and luckily he got discharged 2 days ago. Besides that, everybody has a small injuries, not something very serious. We had
Bro, follows. Let's see what the follow, bro.
One child that was in the NICU under the ventilator, and one adult that we carried on with the ventilator as well. That was the hard part about moving patient.
And what kind of patients do you generally take here?
Usually it's a general hospital. We have all kind of hospital. One of the things that the moving of patient was hard was the ICU patient and NICU patient. There are patients under critical care. So that was very hard part to move, but we have all kind of patient here. The damage was very huge for our hospital. The financial part and also the medical equipment that we lost was a lot. We had some of the important.
So yeah, they hit Gandhi Hospital while trying to hit the media building. Sadabad Palace. 12 civilians killed. Red Crescent.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone.
After that, we visited a nearby apartment complex that had been completely destroyed in a bombing. 12 civilians were killed here. The entire area was wiped out, even the parking lot filled with burned and twisted cars. Standing there, I couldn't stop but think about what it must have been like. The concrete collapsing, the metal tearing through bodies, the terror of being trapped in the stairways or the elevators, waiting, hoping that someone would just come pull them out of what essentially becomes a concrete coffin. The people who do come are first responders from the Iranian Red Crescent Society, which is part of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement, funded by the Swiss humanitarian Henry Dunant in the 1880s to serve civilians and alleviate their suffering in response to war and natural disasters. We visited their headquarters in Tehran, where teams are on standby for the next rescue. These people are incredibly brave because both the US and Israel are engaging in what is known as a double tap strike. A double tap strike is a military tactic where an initial attack is followed by a second strike on the same target, which is aimed at maximizing casualties, including first responders. Many first responders, including civilians, have been killed in the process of trying to rescue people who were just bombed. We spoke with their deputy leader, who informed us of some of their operations.
My name is Razieh Ali Shavandi. I'm the deputy for Iran's Red Crescent Society, and I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, war is crazy. It's basically what the whole video is about. War is actually pretty crazy in Tehran right now. But yeah, I appreciate Propaganda and Co for going there and showing us. I really wanted to watch the war rallies because niggas be acting like Iranians just hate it over there or something. But other than that, yeah, we're good on. We got what we needed out of this. Appreciate your Propaganda and Co. Please stay safe, brother. Appreciate that demonstration of the war rallies. If Trump is waiting for Iran to play by our rules, we'll be waiting forever as long as Israel is only following Israel's rules. Facts. They'll never be doing that though. Iran already said, only way we going back is if you pay for everything, fix everything, and remove your bases. So that there's no going back until we get a new president. God damn it.
As you guys know, this past Friday, an F-15 was shot down. Okay, Strike Eagle, very expensive fighter jet, doesn't have the same level of stealth as the F-35, or an F-22. These are, aircraft that, can carry a bigger payload, drop bigger bombs, etc. So here it is. The McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing F-15 Strike Eagle, is an American all-weather multi-role strike fighter derived from the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle, intended for the dual-role fighter program, initially called the Enhanced Tactical Fighter. It was designed in the 1980s for long-range, high-speed interdiction without relying on escort or electronic warfare aircraft, and it can be generally distinguished from other U.S. Eagle variants by darker aircraft camouflage. Okay, now for the purposes of this discussion, what you guys need to know is that this aircraft had two individuals, the pilot and the weapons system officer in the back. Okay, now the interesting thing you guys need to know is that the weapons system officer on this operation was a colonel. Okay, which is a little weird. I'm going to show you guys how we know this. So if you go to Truth Social with Donald Trump, right, we'll go right to the source here. Scroll down. Oh, Lee Bro's on Truth Social quite a bit. Bear with me, chat, because I want you guys to see it from the president himself. Here we go. We have rescued the seriously wounded and really brave F-15 crew member officer from deep inside the mountains of Iran. The Iranian military was looking hard in big numbers and getting close. He is a highly respected colonel. When I saw that, I said, wait, hold on one second. What? Like, what is a colonel doing in the back of a F-15 fighter jet as a weapons system officer? That's an extremely high rank to be a WSO, right, on a mission. Then we got some other clues. We found out that, and here's a weapons system officer, just so you guys know, Wizzo, excuse me. A weapons system officer nicknamed the Wizzo is an air flight officer directly involved in all air operations of the weapons system of a military aircraft. Historically, aircrew duties in military aircraft were highly specialized and rigid because the relevant controls, instruments, displays, and/or weapons were concentrated in front of particular seats, panels, or positions. That included 2C variants of fighter or attack strike aircraft, such as the F-4 Phantom, AS-6 Intruder, blah, 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 right? So, what's that, RIP YouTube? What are you talking about? Whatever. Anyway, so this guy that was in the back was a colonel. And that was the first red flag that I had, right? Because I was like, okay, this is weird. Then we found out that the CIA was leading the operation to retrieve the weapons system officer. Then we found certain aircraft involved in the mission to extract him that otherwise would not be utilized for a mission like this, okay? For example, this aircraft, the Lockheed Martin MC-130, not to be confused with the AC-130, similar build, but this is a more, how do I say this? This is a better upgraded version that has a lot of classified features to it, okay? So Lockheed Martin MC-130 is a basic designation for a family of special mission aircraft operated by the United States Air Force Special Operations Command, a wing of the Air Education and Training Command, and an AFSOC-gained wing of the Air Force Reserve, okay? It's based on the Lockheed C-130 Hercules transport. So C-130 is what they normally use, but the MC-130's missions are the infiltration, exfiltration, and resupply of special operations forces. And the air refueling primarily of special operations helicopter and tilt rotor aircraft. So I thought this was all very weird. Then you find out that they had Little Birds on site. The Boeing MH-6M Little Bird, nicknamed the Killer Egg, and its attack variant, the AH-6, are lay helicopters used for special operations in the United States Army, originally based on the modified OH-6A. So this bird, guys, is extremely small. This isn't really used for a rescue mission to extract an individual behind enemy lines. You can't even fit them on this thing. These aircraft are very small. Matter of fact, you can kind of push and maneuver where you need to before takeoff. It's extremely light and small, used more for attacking.
The fact Soleimani's family was living in the U.S. is crazy work. Hold up. Talking about this guy, the one that got assassinated, or did I spell his name wrong? Hold up. After ICE arrest, 12 hours ago. I didn't even see this. That's crazy. Look at that. They just grabbed his family. Look at that. Look at this. See, I try to tell you, like, easy, quick research. Top story in LA on God, inside the California home of Qasem Soleimani's relatives after ICE arrest. God damn. Imagine they sitting in America.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What the fuck are the U.S. Special Forces? Well, the United States Special Forces, guys, colloquially known as the Green Berets due to their distinctive service headgear, is the branch of the United States Army Special Operations, okay? And there's different components of Special Forces, right? For the purpose of this discussion, I'm going to keep it very simple, right? You got obviously
I don't know how they wasn't
you got Army
found
Rangers, SEAL Team 6, also known as DevGRU. You got Special Tactics Squadron. These were some of the Special Forces that were there for this mission, okay? One secret Special Operations Aviation Regiment and Intelligence Support Activity. I'm going to show you guys a quick video on who some of these Special Forces groups are, what their missions are, and then we're going to continue on.
24th Special Tactics Squadron. 24th Special Tactics Squadron is the Air Force's Tier 1 ground unit inside JSOC, built for...
Now, there are 3 different levels of tiers, by the way, in Special Operations, guys, as being an operator, right? Tier 1 and 2 are basically very similar, but Tier 1 gets more funding, and they typically deal with more classified stuff, more higher risk operations missions that went in to get Osama.
For F1, I mean, damn, I really don't want to watch a video in front of video instead of a video. I really don't feel like watching that. I thought it'd be a little, just break it down. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm trying to see where.
In 1981, visible components.
Right, so obviously the official narrative, right, is that a colonel, right, well, an F-15 was shot
There we go.
down. A colonel was a weapons system officer. We don't know the rank of the pilot, but I'm going to assume it's probably maybe around the same level, maybe a little bit below, right? And this weapons system officer was found about 48 hours later. During the operation to find him, okay, we basically, we saw MC-130s, MD helicopters, aka Little Birds, and we saw, which are basically used for special forces, okay? And we know that the CIA was heavily involved in the recovery of this weapons system officer. So here's my theory. Over a period of time, the United States covertly flew in MC-130s, Little Birds, and other resources to create what's called a FARP, okay? A FARP, guys, is a forward arming and refueling point, okay? It's a NATO term for an area where aircraft, typically helicopters, can be refueled and rearmed at a distance closer to the area of operations and their main operating base.
FARP.
So, special forces, right, alongside other auxiliary units that were supporting them, set up this FARP to begin to stage a uranium showdown, essentially. The IAEA had given the United States information that there would be highly enriched uranium at one of the nuclear facilities. And I think in this case, they were not that far from Isfahan, okay? There's 3 main nuclear sites in Iran: Fordo, Isfahan, and Natanz. So what basically happened was, because these MC-130s and these Little Birds can fly in, radars off, completely quiet, okay? Just fly in, no radars, nothing, come in, don't get detected. And they had been doing this for a bit. And what ended up happening was this F-15, which I'm starting to think was attached to this team, right? Because the CIA ran the entire operation, guys. Notice how the CIA basically took over and was watching the weapons system officer. This is what I think. The CIA was planning a uranium assault on a nuclear facility and were staging assets and personnel in the area. Also, a military ID was found at the site. This has an expertise with nuclear chemicals, okay? Now, if they were to actually run an assault on a nuclear base or a nuclear facility and get the uranium out, well, it's lots of uranium. It's heavy, and it needs to be dealt with in a certain way. Hence the 2 MC-130s to fly supplies and people in while simultaneously setting up this, clandestine operation to raid this facility. As they were preparing to do this raid, this is why Trump kept saying, we're going to attack Kharg Island, we're going to attack Kharg Island, we're going to attack Kharg Island. That was more than likely going to be used as a diversion, right, from the special operators going into the facility and getting the uranium. So because they had some intel that uranium will be located at this location. So what ended up happening was, I'm willing to bet that F-15 was attached to that CIA operation. That's why a weapons system officer was a colonel. Because in my head, I'm like, why the fuck would a colonel be a weapons system officer? This is way below him. But now it makes sense. He was probably attached to that CIA unit that was running that operation, and obviously he's a higher rank, which means he's gonna be cleared to get more, to have work at a higher clearance level for a more sensitive operation. So more than likely what happened was this: he volunteered to be involved in this operation, and that F-15 was attached to that clandestine unit, or that clandestine group that was supposed to set up to take over to assault a nuclear facility and regain the uranium, and take the uranium. But the problem that they did not foresee happening was the F-15 got shot down, so they had to abandon the mission to conduct the assault for the uranium. That explains why all these unorthodox aircraft were there that have nothing to do with rescue missions. Rather, they're there for assaults and bringing personnel in. Because if you're trying to do an extraction mission, I've listened to many military commentators talk about this, by the way, guys. What I've done is I've basically taken a bunch of different commentators and I'm combining all their analysis into one thing for you guys to understand simply. Okay, I'm taking people like Colonel McGregor, Aguilar, a bunch of different people that kind of Larry Johnson. I've looked at a bunch of people.
I was say we just saw Larry Johnson the other day.
That makes sense. And then I did my own research, and I'm giving you guys the filtered version of this. That's simple to understand. The aircraft that were utilized to rescue this guy are aircraft that are not indicative of a rescue mission. Typically, you want to use certain aircraft that get you in and out quickly, the smallest package possible, so that you don't put other operators at risk. But in this case, we had all these big that don't really have any business being involved in a rescue mission. And then when they found that military ID and we saw that woman there, and she's pretty much like from the Air Force and deals with nuclear capabilities, that's when I'm like, that makes sense. Now we know why Delta Force was there. Now we know why SEALs were there. Now we know why Army Rangers were there. Now we know why these MC-130s were there, which are the higher classified version of the C-130. Now we know why these little birds were there. They were planning to do an assault on more than likely Isfahan, and the F-15 was attached to that unit. It's just that he got shot down and it derailed their plans. That explains why Colonel was the weapons system officer. Because with an operation like this, you want to put your best and brightest in place. And they almost got away with it, chat, if you think about it, because everyone's focusing on Kharg Island.
Facts. Nobody was thinking about that shit. I didn't even hear about that uranium shit.
Everyone was focusing on, where's the land invasion going to come? Are they going to come from Pakistan? Are they going to come from the west? Are they going to come via Kharg Island? We know the Marines were doing operations in Diego Garcia. They were doing amphibious training operations of doing a ground assault. That hit the news. I think all of this was done to divert attention from a block operation that was taking place in Iran to get the uranium. And I think that's another reason why Trump decided, you know what? We're going to do a 2-week ceasefire. Because what I'm willing to bet is that that got taken down, unfortunately, because this F-15 getting shot down, where they had to, show their hand, that probably derailed Trump's entire strategy. That's why he was behaving so ambiguous. That's why he couldn't give an answer. That's why he kept harping on we're going to take Kharg Island. It was all a diversion. Meanwhile, the CIA was running a completely different operation in country. Because more than likely the CIA had information where the uranium was, where it was stored, how to get there, and they brought a bunch of special operators to make that happen. So that's what I think happened. They put together a package or a team to assault the nuclear facility, nuclear professionals to take said materials, MC-130s to load said materials and bring personnel there, little birds to assist with the air support of the raid, and an F-15 or maybe other assets also were attached. That explains why a weapons system officer was a colonel, because that was a big red flag to me. And then when the CIA took the majority of the credit for getting him back, that's when I realized, these guys weren't even, these guys were probably completely detached from your standard military operation. These guys were operating on their own. They were doing a fucking operation, and it made sense.
Okay. So they were really trying to secretly, covertly do a uranium operation, and during the operation the F-15 got shot down, which hurt the operation, so they abandoned the operation. So that's why they had to save him, because he was a part of that operation. Okay, I mean I don't want to say I don't give a fuck, but I thought it would. I mean, it shows that at least that they're thinking, that they're like, how can I say? At least he knows how to pump fake. At least he knows how to say, okay, I'm going to say Kharg Island and get everybody get everybody on their toes, and then, use something else. At least at least they're trying to use their brain, great plan, great strategy. They shot that shit down though, but it was a great, because I wasn't even thinking about the uranium. It's crazy too. The ghost mule. I don't even know where that shit. I haven't even seen that shit yet. I haven't even seen none of that shit on God.
What's up? Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much. But quick question.
Hold up. Let me see what India, because ain't nobody else talking about Iran right now. But all I know is that there's a ceasefire right now. Is that there's a ceasefire going on. NASA loses contact with Artemis 2 crew behind the moon. Anyways. Yeah, it's a ceasefire going on. Missiles rain, yeah. But it's a ceasefire going on, but they're still attacking each other, yeah. So that's literally what's going on, guys. It's nothing too crazy happening so far. Trump hasn't bombed the energy or the infrastructure like he said he was going to yet. So nothing too crazy yet. And then we got these goofballs in space. But yeah, let's keep going.
And political party aside, this is more like opinion question. Do you think that most politicians are crooks or corrupt, or do you just not?
A lot of them are.
I was about to say I would say a lot of them are. I wouldn't say most. I mean I wouldn't say all of them. I would say a lot of them are though, especially a lot of the ones that are higher up and closer to the president too, and the president. Unfortunately,
A lot of them are.
A lot of them are, yeah.
If you wanted to put a party on that, what would that be, you think?
Both parties have their issues, for sure.
Both.
You know,
both Jew-led.
Both parties have, but both are controlled by the Jews too. So it's like,
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
fair enough. Later. Who's up next?
Pretty base guy. They claim they can find any heartbeat on the planet with quantum and AI. Oh yeah, they're bugging.
How's it going?
What's up?
Kind of following up on the question of last time. I have a question about like the congressmen and women who receive all the APAC funding. Like, do you think they should be able to be reelected by us Americans?
I don't think we should be electing them now that we know what's going on and we're a little bit more educated. I think we should be electing people who aren't funded by that lobby.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think foreign lobbying is like one of the most ridiculous things that we have
Especially
in
the
play,
ones
especially
that
with the Israel
aren't.
lobby.
Do you think that this will be
especially with Israel lobby since they aren't under FARA? Like what the fuck?
resolved like later down on timeline, or do you think this will be like more of a problem?
Well, luckily, more guys are waking up. I've never seen this level of awareness of Zionist control in America ever, because I've been talking about this for several years. So I would hopefully within 1 to 2 election cycles we can really start getting some candidates that give a shit about America.
Yeah. All right. I agree the same way. Thank you.
Thank you. Who's up next? You.
Hey, so I have a question on what your opinion is on WNBA salary. No, I feel like it should be.
WNBA salary. Nibbler, I see you with the follow. WNBA salary is exactly where it should be at. Okay? Don't nobody go watch you bitches play basketball. We don't want to see that. Okay? I'm sorry. We don't want to see you dribbling the ball. We want to see you choking on some balls. All right? Even though we don't want to. I mean, we don't want to see that either. But that's what you need to be doing. We don't want to see you dribbling no balls. All right? We need to see you in the kitchen and choking on some balls, okay? We don't need to see you dribbling none. All right? With the 5 subs, I appreciate you, brother. This guy's a fucking goddamn. This Unk is he is the GOAT, okay? I want y'all to know this. Unk is the GOAT for the day. I'm not gonna lie. Might be the GOAT for the week with the 7 subs. No cap.
Be raised, Angel Reese, pretty entertaining. Like I feel like she could do the same stuff as LeBron. So, what's your opinion?
He don't believe that. He don't believe that.
On that,
Let her play in the NBA then.
I mean, let her play then.
Okay, guys, this is what you gotta understand. This is how you know nothing is equal, okay? If girls were good enough or as equal as men to play in the NBA, there wouldn't be a WNBA. They wouldn't have to make a new league for them. They would just play in the NBA, okay? They would just, maybe let's say they just are so garbage, right? They might be the last person on the team, but they're still in the NBA. They're not gonna send them to the WNBA because they're good enough to play in the NBA. But since they're so they're so bad, we had to make a different league for them. This is what y'all guys not understand. We had to make a whole different league for them bitches. That's how bad they are, okay?
But she will never get a minute of burn time.
All
right. Where are the haters at, man? Weren't they all over there and going crazy or whatever? Like I walk in and they're like, "Oh, fuck you, Nazi," and I'm like, "All right, we'll get on the microphone," and they don't want to talk. It's like, come on.
How's it going, Myron?
Yo.
I was just wondering what it was like to hang out with Clav and Andrew Tate and like all the.
Okay, yeah, bro's glazing.
Who's up next?
What's going on? I'm just curious if you think immigration is as big a problem as people make it out to be.
Yes. It's It's a problem because we're not replacing this. Americans aren't replacing ourselves. We're not replacing ourselves at the same rate that immigrants are coming over. And when the immigrants come over, they're not assimilating. So they're like keeping their own culture, their own ways, and doing their own type of shit. And so they're kind of like replacing Americans.
Well, look, I think closing down the border was good, right? Are there people that come here and are just looking for a better life and want to work really hard? Of course. But we do have laws and we do have to enforce them. And the reason why we had like so much backlash with the ICE raids and everything is because for a very long time, most politicians, especially the president, were terrified to tackle on the topic of like illegal immigration in America. So that is why there's been so much pushback, because we've never actually enforced it. So I will give Donald Trump credit on there, because he was the first president to actually go hard on immigration, even though he backpedaled after they gave him a little bit of...
And when he's talking about immigration, he's talking about internal immigration, not just external, meeting them at the border and kicking them back out. He's talking about internal, actually going out and getting niggas that are already inside the states and the countries and the houses and shit, and kicking them out as well.
The resistance in Minneapolis, but a country without borders isn't a country.
Yeah, I mean, I agree to an extent. I think it should be easier for people to get citizenship, but when you're looking at like statistics from today, you're seeing that more farms are going out of business, being bought up by private equity because of that and the tariffs. Like all that stuff's going on. It's hurting our citizens as immigrants aren't able to get those easy jobs that, you know, the normal American doesn't want to work, because we have laws such as minimum wage and stuff in that.
Well, yeah, so that's why you got to actually deal with it, because here's the thing. If the people are there, right, here illegally, well, they're going to employ them and give them less because they're incentivized to do so for capitalistic gain. But if there's less illegal immigrants, they can't do that.
Yeah, totally. It's that, and it's also like the whole crime with all that stuff. I feel like it's more of a problem that people make it out to be, to cause like divide among us as citizens. Like when you're looking at crime rates and the amount of illegal immigrants and just immigrants in general that are committing crimes, they're less likely to commit violent crimes than the average American citizen.
They commit a crime by being here.
I understand that, but why should that be a crime when you have people that are being able to help our U.S. citizens, as I stated, like with our farmers? By
them coming here, they're illegal. That's the thing. Like, you know, I get what you're trying to say, but like this is like the issue is because progressives look at it as like it's not a crime, but it is. So them being here in the first place, in of itself, is
a crime. Fucking goofballs.
Okay. Like, and let me be clear. I did immigration for a very long time. I understand immigration. It's a completely broken system, right? Because we're not just getting beat on the border. A lot of people don't know this. We're getting beat on the visa system. We're getting beat on the ESTA system. We're getting beat on, obviously, illegal immigrants coming in. Like, there's so many loopholes in our immigration system, document benefit fraud. We need to fix all of that.
So you think it should be easier for people to get citizenship?
Well, it's not necessarily that it should be.
No. Fuck no. All right? You think it's easy to get citizenship in China? All right? No, it shouldn't be easy to get citizenship. Should you be allowed to get citizenship? Sure, I'm not going to be, Mr. Dickhead and make you stay out of there, But it should take a little something for you to get the citizenship, man. That shit is... We already see why niggas who aren't Americans don't belong here.
Be easier for people to get citizenship because a lot of people participate in fraud. I think we should make it where the people that deserve to get the citizenship, that do it right, are able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a whole wraparound problem, because when you consider these people coming to America from the, below, like South America, all that stuff, they're fleeing because of U.S. imperialism. Like we're going down there, wrecking their governments. And
I've been extremely critical of U.S. interventionism. I agree with you that we shouldn't be, starting wars, getting involved in conflicts, and everything else like that. Actually, like I wasn't really a fan of kidnapping Maduro. Like I thought that was kind of not a good move, even though I would consider myself more right wing, because I'm not a fan of intervention. It creates a domino effect a lot of times that we can't foresee. A big reason why he went and bombed Iran is because he was off the high off the Venezuelan invasion, where he was able to make it happen quickly. He's like, I could probably do this again in Iran, and now we're in the middle of a more than likely protracted war.
So then how do we stop these people from coming here?
Illegal aliens?
Yes.
They're always going to try to come. So you shut down the border like we did before, which they've done pretty effectively at that.
But we can minimize the amount of people that are coming.
With less foreign intervention, yes.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yep. Very sound guy.
Yo, what's up, man?
You know, see, he wasn't crazy, asking good questions, even though they might have disagreed, or he might have. He looked like he kind of agreed at the end, or they both came to an agreement. Nice, calm, based, simple. I don't know why you niggas be so fucking scared to just come ask your question. If you want to answer, come ask.
I intern for you this summer. I work for minimum wage.
Talk to Brett. Where's
I
Brett?
would love to.
Yeah.
Brett, which one are you, sir?
Where'd he go?
Mr.
Bro
Brett.
just dipped. It's fine.
All right,
It's the guy that has like the beard and stuff like that. Just
Awesome.
pull him
Appreciate
aside.
it. You have a good one.
All right, man. Who's up next? Any haters?
You mind if I read a quick verse for you?
A what?
A verse.
Verse.
It just ties into the question.
All right, sure.
This is in Luke 32. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. And if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend them without expecting to get
God damn, how long is the goddamn
anything back. Then your reward will be great, and your children will be the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. And my question ties less about the love of that, but more to the respect. And I feel like a lot in today's society that whether it be Christian men or just men in general, we lose that higher ground of respecting those who might be different than us. But it is, I think, the more higher ground to put yourself on. I don't know if you see that too, or you think there's anything we can do for that.
Well, the thing is this. You're always going to offend somebody, right? So the reality is if it's the truth, it is what it is. Some people have different levels of tolerance when they hear the truth, but we should still be focusing on trying to get as close to the truth as possible. So if people get offended, it is what it is. Sometimes you need to offend people to wake them up. So I think that's just a casualty of discussion.
And what's funny is what bro don't understand is while he's reading his verse, somebody's in the crowd like, why the fuck is he reading this fucking Christian verse? Well, I'm not even Christian. I'm Muslim. I don't want to hear this shit. Like, you're gonna offend somebody, bro, when you telling the truth. It's okay. You telling the truth. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You're just telling the truth.
I'm back again.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? So I'm like very conservative, but one thing I really struggle with is like I'm very pro-life as well. But with abortion, if you choose to have sex, you should choose to have like the consequences, which would be a baby. But like, what would you propose to if somebody got raped? Like, should they be allowed to have an abortion or not? Because that's like one thing I struggle with. Is like, where do you draw that line with the abortion laws?
With that one, I would say that's up to the woman.
Yeah.
That's a personal decision I think that she should be able to make. And I don't think the government should be involved in that. Obviously, it was something that traumatic. But we should definitely torture the rapist. I would say that. I think we need to bring torturing back, right? If I was the fucking president.
Oh, now they're clapping. Look, now they're clapping. Now they're clapping. God, I can't stand these niggas.
Appreciate that. If I was the president, right, or the Führer, I would make sure on day fucking one, you commit certain crimes, I'd have a TV network, I'd call it the WBNN, the Waterboard Niggas Network, and we would basically waterboard, torture, etc., people that commit crimes that are heinous like that, whether it's raping women, treachery against the United States, you know, killing kids or any of that other stuff. Because the thing with criminals, and I can tell you guys this from my prior experience, a lot of these criminals, like, they love to have control. They love to have like this power, this dominance of like their victim being terrified. So one way to get them to maybe de-incentivize that is if you torture them in public and they're screaming like little bitch on cable TV, which I would give everyone for free, by the way, WBNN, that would curb some of that, right? So I do think that in some ways the death penalty isn't even enough. You got to torture these people, so you really send a strong message like, oh, you want to do this to people? We're going to torture you in front of everybody. Millions of people will be watching it as you cry a little bitch.
And then we get to go, you know, run by him, throw some tomatoes at him. Hey, throw some tomatoes at the nigga. You know, we get to, you know, embarrass the nigga a little bit more while his balls is getting fucking hung on a string. Cause you know, he, you know, of course, rapists, you know, we gotta We got to castrate brother. Have him, yeah. Something. We got to get boiling water on this nigga. Boiling oil. God damn it. Shit. But anyways.
So I also believe like the death penalty is like the easy way out.
Yeah.
But how do you like, I don't know. Like I don't want to pay my tax money to have somebody rot in prison, but I also don't want them to like take the easy way out if they killed 7 people. So how do you propose a
That's why you
solution to
torture them.
that?
Yeah.
That's why you
Yeah.
torture them.
Yep.
That like and
Public
and,
torture.
you know,
Public torture. I don't
think
want
that's
to.
one-
Don't need to be private because private isn't gonna give. It's not gonna send the message that it's supposed to. Okay, private isn't gonna send the message to these dumb motherfuckers. Stop doing this goofy shit. Get some help. We need to torture them niggas in public.
way to like really, you know, deter people. Because it's one thing to give them a death penalty, only the victims can watch it, but for them to get tortured in front of thousands on live stream, that's different, you know? That's, yeah. You commit a crime against a kid, you rape a woman or some other weird shit like that, like we're gonna punish you and make sure that you scream like a little bitch, just like she screamed when you were attacking her.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look at that. What did he say? Yeah, well, of course he's running away and does not have a discussion.
Howdy, I got just one question.
Bro's trying to fuck. Imagine gay.
Probably is a get. He probably wants rapists to exist and everything else like that. Because I'm saying torture him. He's like, no, bro, we let them do what they want.
What's your favorite Kanye song?
I think we already know that one.
I gotta know. I gotta
one's
put it
easy.
in my workout mix.
HH for sure, man. You know it.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love that song.
Yeah, they got so mad. I'm still banned from every club in Miami, by the way, for that. So it's like, it's fucking crazy. So they banned me from all the restaurants, all the clubs, just for playing a song. All right, he's
That was crazy. He didn't even play the song.
back. What's up?
Fresh played the fucking song. Like, imagine, MJ, I see you with the follow, brother. Like, this nigga didn't even play the song, and that's what's so funny. Like, oh man, that shit was just so stupid. I hated how like they did that. They handled that. Like, they just make niggas look so crazy. Like, why'd y'all handle it that way? Myra handled it perfectly. Didn't say shit. Didn't say anybody did shit. Nigga might even said he did the shit. Like he handled that perfectly. Niggas is just snitching on each other. I'm like, bro, y'all can't be. Oh my God. As soon as the fan hits the wall, niggas is doing this. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beans, can we help him with his microphone real quick, please?
Okay,
We got
my guy's back. Nervous. He was nervous before. He was
See,
a
that's
little
good
nervous
Mexican right
last
there,
time.
man. He's
Yeah,
go hard to
I think
paint,
so.
man.
All right.
Yeah, he is. What's up, man?
All right, 2 questions. So you said that you are against like Israel like committing genocide. Is that correct?
Yes.
So for that, why are you anti-Semitic? That makes
Because they
no
commit
sense.
genocide.
That makes no sense at all. You can't be pro-Palestine and be anti-Semitic.
No, what's worse? What's worse about somebody saying exactly is that it was a woman. Of course, a bitch is gonna scream exactly after he just said some dumb ass shit. Like, of course, like guys, I can't make this shit up. I don't even be trying to make fun of them. They just do it to themselves. Bitch gonna scream exactly. Like this nigga didn't make no sense. Like, how can you be anti-Semitic and you're against genocide? What do you mean? The ones who are committing the genocides are the so-called Semites. The fuck? Are the so-called those are the ones who are committing the genocide. What the fuck?
At the same time, that makes no sense at all.
I don't know what you're trying to like. That doesn't make sense.
But he's basically saying because Palestinians are Semitic, so you can't be anti-Semitic. Jesus Christ. All right, buddy, you got a gold sticker because you know your research. Good job, brother. Like, what do we do? What's the question?
Sense at all.
What do you mean?
Okay. Israel committed a genocide.
That's correct.
I am critical of Israel.
Yes.
And the Jewish power in America that allows that to happen in Zionism in general. Now, if you interpret that as me being anti-Semitic, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to ask you is, where did I lie?
You really do the Nazi salute. That's anti-Semitism.
And
You really doing the Nazi suit? That's anti-Semitism. Get this. What the fuck?
Does that make you different from Hitler?
What was that?
Does that make you different from Adolf Hitler?
Here's the difference. When I do the Roman salute, that's a pushback against politically correct pussy mindset that we have in America where,
no.
Are you gonna let me finish?
No.
You're gonna let me finish here?
No. That makes you no different at all.
Uh-oh.
Like,
hey guys, don't make fun of him.
You can't be pro-Palestine and be anti-Semitic at the same time.
Okay.
Because
I would argue that's actually not true at all. But the point is this. The point is this. The Roman salute is a middle finger to political correctness.
No,
it's symbolic.
No, that ain't no Roman salute, my friend. That ain't no Roman salute.
Okay, whatever you interpret it as is up to you, but I'm telling you, I do it as a middle finger to political correctness. That the political correctness that you're actually trying to assert right now. That's my middle finger to political correctness.
I'm pro-Palestine. Because I'm not anti-Semitic. Because there are Palestinian Jews, there are African Jews, Yemeni Jews, and all that stuff, for example. So I don't get it.
He said because he's critical of Israel, doesn't like. How does that make something? His brain doesn't go all the way up. It's okay.
Arabic is a Semitic language. Isn't like Palestinians also like in Semitic as well? So like that doesn't serve anything at all if you're anti-Semitic.
Okay, anti-Semitic, let's talk about this term. It's a retarded, made-up, stupid term that doesn't make sense.
You can
okay?
say that.
How
You
can I be
say that,
anti-Semitic?
but it's still
look,
true that you're
let me finish my point.
anti-Semitic.
I'm actually Arab. I'm a Semite. I'm the definition of a Semite. How the hell can I be anti-myself?
Well, that means you're self-hating yourself, isn't there? You're no different from
Fix and 6. I see you with the follow, brother.
Uncle Ruckus, isn't it?
Okay, what's your actual argument? What do you have to say?
All right, like
what's your
that's what I'm saying. Like this nigga's on you. You just you're like Uncle Ruckus. Nigga, do you go to school here or you just snuck here from off the bus? Nigga got the hat on. He think he's slick. He put the hat and the glasses on trying to make him look smarter. You think you slick, nigga? Nigga think you slick.
Because it seems to me like you're just mad about a Roman salute, which is like, we're not going to apologize for that.
I'm pointing out that you're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite by saying, oh, I'm pro-Palestine, yet I go make like so-called Roman salutes that are Nazi salutes.
Bro's fingernails is painted. GG's. Anyways, hold up. All right. Okay, and this is literally what Myron does. Okay. Even I don't think the I forgot I was supposed to say they debunked the Romans didn't do a Roman salute. But this is what Myron does. This nigga is crying about this shit. And this nigga's fingernails is painted. Why are we even talking his brain don't work. But I knew that. I didn't even have to know his fingernails was painted. Just by the way he's arguing, his brain doesn't work.
Salutes, by the way, and say anti-Semitic stuff.
Like,
and all that makes no sense.
I'd have been like, are your fingernails painted? Yes. Next, come back in line and think about your question again.
Anything else?
Next.
I probably got other questions and everything, but it's just not worth the time. You ain't gonna listen. You ain't.
I've been listening very closely.
You ain't gonna be reasoned with.
You ain't gonna be reasoned with.
Are you?
I am. You're just making retarded points.
Then you wouldn't be doing Nazi salutes then. If you actually are listening.
I'm listening, and I'm telling you, I'm going to throw the Nazi salute if I want. It's a free country. It's America. You have the freedom to come up on a microphone and make yourself look like a fool. Fantastic. I have the freedom to do a Roman salute. This is the United States of America.
Oh, then you want to come here and all that stuff. You play the fool and everything. Like saying all these slurs and all that stuff and everything. You end up like
oh my God. Karen, go sit down, bitch. We get it. You sensitive. Take your ass back to your dorm and put some fucking music on and dance your ass to sleep or something. Like, what the fuck what are you complaining about?
I don't want to say it.
And that's the
I
problem.
I don't feel good saying it and all that, especially I'm personally autistic and everything. I don't like the R, sir. So I don't like that, okay? And,
Okay.
I just don't like what you do.
Okay. You don't have to.
I
Like
don't
it.
like that you're here.
Okay. You don't have to like it, and you don't have to be here. You don't have to talk with me. You don't have to do any of that. It's a free country. If you don't like it, it is what it is.
Like, just remember.
All right.
I said, get this fucking idiot off the mic.
Okay.
Yeah. All I was gonna say is you come here to a public university and you say what you want to say,
Yeah.
but when people talk back, you call them pussies, and if they walk away to like go to class or whatever they're doing, like you're like, I don't know what you, actually I don't even know why you're here.
To tell women to go back to the kitchen like yourself.
He's nigga in the back was like, that's not an argument, right? Like, bitch just came up here to talk. I don't even know why you're here. Have you not been paying attention? No, you haven't. You just been fucking running your mouth back there with the rest of them bitches. I know.
Wait, he ate me up with that one. Wow. No, what I'm saying is like you're on a public, you're on a public campus, and you just told him that he shouldn't be out here contesting what you're saying.
No, he didn't. He said it's a. What the fuck are we like, bro? We just went over this. He literally said this is a free country. Just like you come out here and look stupid, I could come out here and do a Roman salute. What are we talking about? He didn't say don't come out here and contest. Oh my goodness.
No, I said he's making retarded points.
What kind of comeback is that? Like,
He was making retarded points, and I think a lot of people here that are listening would agree that he was making retarded points. See, here's the problem. We need to go back to telling people they're stupid. We don't do that enough, all right? We don't do that enough. Like, we have all this fucking faggotry. I got autism. I got ADHD. How about you're just fucking retarded, okay? Mouth breathing, window
like this
licking,
nigga.
fucking retard. That's what it is. I'm tired of having to bite. Hold on, woman, hold on. I'm tired of having to fucking bite my tongue and not tell motherfuckers they're retarded when they're retarded. If you can't understand certain concepts or something offends you, like, take a little bit of self-control, be an adult, and be like,
But niggas be hiding behind that. I have these disabilities. Nigga, you're disabled, right? You're retarded.
let me respond to that, versus getting all triggered or whatever. So, for example, yourself, you're angry right now, you're very triggered. You can't even formulate an argument. Like,
there is no argument. All I was saying is that you're on a public campus, and when people have opinions that don't agree with yours and they try to represent them, all you have to say is they're dumb and they're stupid.
no, they can't back it up.
Okay, can I fucking talk?
Well, they can't back up their opinions. That's my point.
Bro, that was all I was gonna say, but they wanted me to come up here and talk. And
Yeah, because you're walking by heckling. So what do you disagree with? What's wrong with what I'm doing? Like, what is your main
there's
grievance?
nothing wrong with what I'm saying is you're saying your points. People are here also saying their points, but they're dumb and they're stupid just because they don't agree with you?
No, because they're not backing up their points, you dumb bitch. What are we talking about? So what happens when you just walking by heckling and you just don't know what the fuck is going on? You should just shut the fuck up. Should have brought a sandwich and a drink and sat and watch. Like, how hard is that? Elt, I see what to follow, brother.
Okay, then how are you even backing up yours? Like, you just call people stupid and dumb in the R.
This is pure black woman right here. This is what we have to. This is literally what I have to deal with every fucking day of my damn fucking life. Retarded shit like this, stupid shit like this. I got to deal with this every time I talk to a black woman. I mean, like every fucking time. I don't get a break, and it kills me because bitches would be like, "Oh, you must hate black." I love them. Unfortunately. They the only motherfuckers that really look good to me. I don't know what the fuck is up. I don't know what it is. But them bitches are so fucking stupid. Like, it just kills me. Like, I'm trying to tell you, I haven't, every time. It's the same fucking dumb shit, just like this, every time. Every fucking time. This shit is so annoying.
Okay, what is your disagreement? And then we can have a discussion on it. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
See, exactly. Like, it's like.
No, I'm good. I swear, because they don't have anything to say, because they don't have any thought process of what they're complaining about, because they're not really complaining. They're just mad that you said something they don't like. Like, woo, shit, I get it. I'm trying to tell you, I deal with this shit all the time.
It's like walk by, heckle, talk shit. Fuck you, Byron. Okay, how am I wrong? I don't know what to say. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is the problem, right? Like, people will sit there and say, I don't agree with your worldview. You're wrong, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay.
I'm not even
how am I
talking
wrong?
about your worldview. I'm just saying people have a right, like you said, it's the First Amendment. People have the right to express how
Yeah, and if how you feel is retarded and it doesn't make sense, we're going to tell you, hey, that was stupid, bro. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense.
they feel in a public space. And that's what you're doing. And other people should also be able to do it without you heckling them.
Well, if they say something stupid, we need to tell them they're stupid.
Why?
Because
'Cause they're
stupidity
stupid.
hurts society.
Okay, and what degree do you have?
Actually, I went to Northeastern, pretty good school, 6% acceptance rate. So, what's your point here? What's your actual grievance?
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
How am I wrong?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Take your ass to class. Bye.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Progressives can never actually defend their belief system. They just get triggered. They don't say anything. You want to get back on the mic? You're free to come back on the mic and actually make a point. But you're proving me correct. You get triggered, you're mad, can't defend any of your belief systems with any type of fact. And then when I say you're fucking retarded, you get all mad.
That's true.
Get on the mic. You do so much talking when you're not on the mic. Do you get on the mic? I don't know. Try to tell you guys. This is why you don't listen to bitches. You tell bitches what to do, and if they don't do it, you kick the bitch out. Fuck is you talking about listening? We don't fucking, bitch, you either do it or you don't. Okay? We don't, there's no fucking conversation with these bitches, bro. They can't think. Listen, I tell my niggas this all the time. The reason we got kicked out of the fucking garden because we was listening to a dumb bitch that listened to a fucking animal. All right? Bitch came back, told you she listened to an animal, and we followed the bitch like, oh, she probably has some revelations. No, these bitches is dumb. God damn it. These bitches are just dumb. It's okay. That's what we're here for. To protect them from themselves. All right? It's a nice, easy day today. Got a bunch of follows today during the stream. Appreciate you, boys. Unc with the fucking 5 subs today. I think 6 subs. Yeah, Unc had the 6 big subs today. Jesus Christ. I got to start putting like my subs up so y'all can see the follower count and the subs so we can see the growth on the, just so y'all can see the growth with me. Because Kick be like hiding the follower count or whatever. They be really hiding that shit. I don't know why. But yeah, today was a nice chill day. Watched how in Iran, they have the war rally, so not everybody is against the regime, even though people are like, there's only like 10%. There's so many rallies going on. There can't just be 10% of people that are against the regime. That are with the regime. There has to be more than 10% of people that are with the regime. And we saw how bad the Gandhi hospital got hit and whatnot, and the 12 civilians killed by the bombing of the apartment complex. So we were seeing a lot about what's going on in the war with Iran. Then we listened to why Trump risked losing the F1 colonel. That was a whatever story that doesn't really have to. Basically, was showing us that they were trying to run an operation that got shut down, but was faking the Carg Island basically. And then we got into Uncensored. But yeah, pretty easy day today. Nothing crazy. Today's Wednesday. Hopefully, this ceasefire that we got going on doesn't. It's not going to end for a couple. Like Myron said, they might try to do another operation while claiming a ceasefire is going on. Because, like I said, there's a ceasefire going on, but Lebanon is still getting bombed to death. Beirut is still getting bombed. Yeah, Israel's still bombing them. So, Lebanon. So I don't know how long this ceasefire is going to last because Iran said they're going to have to stop that. But we got to get a leash on Israel or we're going to be fucked for a minute. But that's why I have a little bit of hope that hopefully with all this talk about, what's going on, hopefully we can get a couple of change going on in the like Myron said, in the next couple election cycles. But I definitely appreciate everybody for stopping by. And Unc, appreciate you for the 7 subs today. You are the fucking GOAT. Perfect. I will see y'all boys on Friday. Peace!
The bitch shaking it. showing it. You this, you that. We laughing at them together. Oh! So stop treating these like they mean something.
Let's go to TikTok.